If you're someone like me, not knowing where to start, but you want to be your own boss to make money to support your family and support yourself freely, then you made it to the right video and you're here for a reason. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of different methods out there to make money, but none of them have rewarded me as much as Airbnb arbitrage. And I would know this because I worked hard all the way up until now, making all the mistakes and failures. I know what's worked, what hasn't worked, and most importantly, what's working in 2024. This video is gonna serve as a mindset of people who've been wanting to start, but just don't know how to get started with the Airbnb business model. Here's how I got started in the Airbnb business model in 2022. I was looking for a different way to make money. I was figuring out which business model would actually make sense. I've been through a lot of different businesses. I've done network marketing, I've resold phones, I've done cryptos, and although I've made money in all those industries, it just was not fulfilling me to the path that I really wanted to go. So if you're someone that wants to figure out how do you actually run a business that you can make money from anywhere, you have the time freedom, you have location freedom, and you get financial freedom, stick around to this video so we can show you how you can make money with the Airbnb business. I got started with the Airbnb business in 2022 and I went through a lot of struggles getting started. I had been through different coaching programs, different courses, but I never really got the right help that actually helped me launch the business successfully. So my first unit, I had went through some failures. I was not making a lot of profit, but it got me inside of the game and it allowed me to learn what I actually need to do to learn how to actually run this business successfully. The biggest mistakes I was making when I started is I was not using a software tool for my pricing. I was not automating my messages, and I was constantly communicating with my cleaners because I didn't set up the right automation systems in place to automate and systemize everything. But once I learned how to find and research for the right properties that are gonna actually be profitable, I learned how to correctly furnish and stage up my properties. I learned how to hire professional photographers to have professional photos for my unit. I learned how to make professional listings and learned how to come up with catchy titles, good descriptions, and I learned how to most importantly price my unit leveraging different pricing tools. That's when everything changed for me. So I want to give you guys the exact breakdown on how you guys can also get started by doing all these things correctly so you don't have to go through the mistakes that I've already been through. When getting your first Airbnb, the biggest thing you have to learn how to do is you have to learn how to research and analyze deals correctly. For leveraging on how to find profitable properties is using a tool called airbnbarbitrage.co. This website will show you different properties and how much they're making. That way you can figure out if you get into a deal, can it actually be profitable based on the area that you're in. Now, the way you can learn if that property that you're getting into can actually be profitable is by leveraging AirBnb, the software, to understand if the numbers are actually gonna make sense. So once you learn to find profitable units, leveraging AirBnb, step 2 is learning how to pitch landlords correctly. That way you can actually get a yes from them and then legally with their permission sublease their property and list it as a short-term rental on websites like Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com. Once you've got permission from a landlord and you are able to review and sign the lease correctly, the next step really comes down to you going out and furnishing and staging your property. Now, the best part is you don't even have to fly out to your unit, and I'll show you guys exactly how. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna order your furniture from different websites like Amazon, Wayfair, Walmart, Target. You can use these different websites to order your furniture to your property. Then you can go to a website called Thumbtack, hire a professional furniture builder or furniture assembler, hire someone in the area that you have your Airbnb property, and they can go build out and assemble all the furniture. And then the next thing you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna hire a professional cleaner. Don't worry, I'll show you guys exactly where to go to hire professional cleaners. You're gonna go to a website called turnoverbnb.com. Once you go in there, you're gonna put the property address of your Airbnb, and there are gonna be a bunch of cleaners that are gonna reach out to you with their reviews and how far they live from the property. You're gonna wanna look for someone that has at least a 4.8 review or higher as a cleaner. That way you know you're hiring a good professional cleaner in place for your team. Once you hire the cleaner, you're gonna want them to go clean up the property. You're gonna want them to stage up the property correctly with putting the right towels on the bed, putting the right decor in place, different little things. So the next step essentially is gonna come down to getting your photography done. Same thing here. You're gonna go on thumbtack.com. Specifically, you're gonna want to look for real estate or short-term rental photographers. Once you find someone, again, with a good review on Thumbtack, you're going to hire them and you're going to get photography done from them. Once they take photos, you're going to want usually between 25 and 35 photos for your property, depending on the size. Once you have the photos back from your photographer, you're going to take those photos, you're going to take all the listing information you have, and you're going to launch your property as a host on your Airbnb profile. Once you launch the property, you're going to want to leverage ChatGPT to make a professional listing and, listing descriptions, coming up with nice catchy titles. You're going to want to set up the right cleaner fees in place. You're going to want to set up the right cancellation policies in place. You're going to want to set up the automation messages through scheduled messages inside of the Airbnb platform with different templates for booking confirmations, check-in details, checkout details, for reviews. You can automate all those things with the messages. Once you finalize your listing, the most important next step is you're gonna go to a website called Price Labs. You're gonna get your Price Labs connected to your Airbnb unit, and you're gonna set up the pricing the right way. You can watch different tutorials on Price Labs on how to actually leverage it correctly. That way you have a listing that's priced according to your market, not based on what you feel like it should be. Once you have your pricing correct and you've made a good listing, you're gonna launch the property, you're gonna publish your listing, and you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna start seeing bookings coming in. Now you're making money passively, just like everyone has a goal and dream of with doing Airbnb. Now, all of this might have made sense to you guys, but if you guys wanna learn more step by step, you wanna have a mentor or coach that can help you with every step of the process. That way you're not figuring out, you're not making your mistakes on your own. You're not having to go through rough patches, figure things out. I'm gonna open up a few spots inside of my mentorship. You can click the link in the description. You can book a free call with me or my team, and we can see if it's a good fit for us to work together. Now, if you guys want me to drop more and more value on Airbnb and different business topics, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, comment something down below. Whether it's something you learned or any new tips that you got out of this video. See you guys on the next video.